What is poppin'? What is good, everybody? This is your boy Brumal, and yeah, we're back with more Trails in the Sky 3 or the third. I can't remember. But anyways, guys, you guys already know how we do things. If you haven't already, make sure you pause this video and go spend time with God, whether that's praying or reading a couple of chapters or a couple of verses, whatever your own pace is in your Bible. And yeah, I didn't have anything planned like verse wise to share with you guys at the very least. I mean, I guess I have one that comes to mind, really, but and I guess this has had to do something with me personally. As of this recording, it is February 19th, 2025. February 17th, however, 2 days ago, something happened yesterday. I ended up getting into a verbal altercation with one of my co-directors, I should say. I don't know if I've ever told you guys my frustrations with this particular co-worker, but I'm just gonna give you guys something like real brief. This was a guy who never came into work on time, and he would always show up a couple of minutes before the show actually started. So I was always left with coding his show. Now some people are like, oh well, why wouldn't you let him get in trouble and do his own thing? Well, the thing about that is that they would see it as like, oh, well, we understand why he didn't make it, and yeah, he's gonna get reprimanded for not coming in, but you were here. Why didn't you get the show? Why didn't you make sure the show was done? That's what would have happened. And for like not 5, maybe like 4 months, because this last month he's actually been good about coming in on time, but you know, those 4 months prior to that, he was not. I was doing it. I was doing my show. I was doing his show. I do a lot of things on my job. Actually, the place that I work at, I actually do 2 jobs. I'm a director, and I'm also I also do stuff called. I do a thing called logs. Basically, it's like I plug in all of our station's local commercials, our local spots into the list and all that stuff. So you'll see some stuff like, oh yeah, here's our news station, da da da, or coming up, da da da, whatever. Like, you know, I plug that stuff in as well. So, you know, I got a pretty full plate on my hand, right? I do that before I start my coding for the morning, for the show. So I got a lot of frustrations built up with this guy. We ended up exchanging some very, very powerful words, and if someone didn't step in, I'm not saying that it would have, but it was a possibility that things could have gotten physical. I was really upset. And this is no excuse. You know, there was no excuse. I ended up dropping a few curse words in there. Because, yeah, I was really upset. You guys heard me. I've told you guys that I've been upset before plenty of times. And it's one of those things where it's just like, you know, God sees us as, he sees anger. Or, yeah, he sees anger as murder, because murder comes from anger. You know, anger is just a horrible emotion to have. And it's just one of those things where it's just like I had to repent. I had to repent almost immediately. Well, I can't necessarily say almost immediately. I didn't want to repent while being angry. Of course, I cooled off first before I did that. But you know, it was one of those things after I didn't go to bed upset. At least I don't think I did. I didn't go to bed upset or anything like that. But, you know, I was able to come to you like, you know what? Part of this is on me. But where was it? Because I had shared something with somebody, and it just reminded me of the verse too. But it's just one of those things where it's just like Proverbs 24:16, right? For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. So it's just like, you know, I don't want to be a wicked person. I don't want to fall into mischief. I don't want to keep harboring these ill feelings towards this person. And it's one of those things too, like, you know, we got to pray for our enemies. And yes, I do think of this man as an enemy of mine, or what the kids say, opt or whatever. Yeah, like, but I'm gonna still pray for him. You know, he has a family. He has a family that he has to take care of and feed. I got, you know, I'm not married myself, but, you know, I got to take care of myself and all that. But, you know, it's just like I can't let this distract me with my walk with God. So, you know, I just got to brush it off. I apologized, not to him, but, you know, I apologize to God. God is the only person that I'm worried about. I'm not worried about this person in the slightest. Like, when it comes to that stuff, when it comes to apologizing, I apologize to God for my actions, and that's literally the only person's approval that I need is God and God alone. But yeah, just that for people, for people who are out there, you guys are discouraged because you did something, you think that you let God down, because I definitely thought I let God down by simply by getting upset. Like I said, in Proverbs, it tells us to get right back into it, guys. Just get right back into it. Repent from it, and then get back to continuing that walk with God. That's what I want to share with you guys today. So let's go ahead and get on into it. I know it's been a minute since I actually last played. Because I do give you guys the time notes and all the. Yeah, we got Chloe with us. I do give you guys the time notes of when I was last playing and all that, or when I record and all that. I was sick for about a week, and then I was sick for about a week, and then the stress started building up with just work in general because I haven't had a 2-day weekend yet. I believe this is supposed to be my first 2-day weekend, and then next week, Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. However, this video will be out way after Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. Yeah, so let's actually talk to these guys real quick. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to dismiss Chloe and Joshua. Oh, I can't do that? Okay. Thought I could get rid of both of them, but I guess I can't. Wait, can I not?
Got it.
Nope, can't do that. That's interesting that they won't let you get rid of them. So let's talk to these four, see what they're talking about. Maybe it's just me, but it's kind of sort of maybe a bad idea to lock the next Queen of Liberal in one of these sealing stones, right? The Lord of Phantasma should get the death penalty when we catch him. Yeah, get that death penalty. I'm joking. It's clear that the Lord of Phantasma is not a foe to be underestimated. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough information to try and work out who they really are. If only we had more clues to go on. I'm simply glad that Her Highness is safe and well. Still, there seems to be every chance that plenty of others have been captured in the same way. We should hurry and aid them. Considering we're always traveling using warps in the cube, it's hard to be sure. But it does feel like every time we arrive at a new plane, we're moving farther and farther downward. It makes me wonder what's at the bottom of Phantasma. Alright, so now let's go ahead and swap these two out.
Got it.
And see what they have to say. If they're here. Yep, they're on the other side. I had just finished writing in my diary before settling down to sleep when I took a glance out the window. And when I did, I saw a bright light. And next, all I could see was white. Oh, right. You can see the port from your window in the castle, can't you? Yes. So, judging by all that I've heard, it sounds as though the first light I saw was the cube activating. And then I was drawn in here with everyone else. If only I had known what was going to happen. Perhaps I would have been able to do something after seeing the first light. Let's look at the positives. We're never gonna run out of food or water or anything while we're here, right? I'll pitch in with the cooking too, so don't worry so much, okay? Well, in that case, perhaps we could cook together later. I'm not a bad chef. I'm not a bad chef if I do say so myself. And besides, I think it'd be easier to calm down if I could take my mind off things. Oh, sure thing. You know what? Yeah, I'd totally be up for that. There you go. Does Joshua have any? Probably. Alright, yeah. She was right next to me when I was drawn in here. So I'd say the odds of her being here too is pretty high. I mean, and it's easy to understand that he's talking about Estelle. Because they were definitely, they were definitely traveling together. We saw that at the end of part 2, or second chapter.
Great.
So, let's go ahead, get these two
Let's move out.
with us. Oops. And apparently we have to go to the next star door. No, not next star door, but the next corridor. So I'm gonna figure out where that corridor was, because it's been a very long time since I actually, because we didn't do any content really. We just started chapter 3 last time and did Chloe's story. So let me figure out where I need to go. All right, here we go, guys. Well, this should take us to the third plane. Funny how this warp ended up being in the exact spot that the device of the seal or the exact spot that device to seal the Oreo was in the real world. Device? Are you referring to the first barrier mentioned in that report? Yeah. The one designed to temporarily freeze it into another dimension space. Hold on one second. I thought I had my laptop plugged up, but I didn't. For those who don't know, I actually keep a guide up with me because I don't remember everything. Like I said, I never played this game, but I have witnessed. I think the guy's name was Kill Scott Kill. I witnessed him play this game before, about five years ago now, I believe. But I'm just keeping stuff. I just keep stuff up just literally for maps and so I can find, you know, all the treasure chests and all that stuff. And hidden quests and trying to get the max BP for all the stuff so we can get as much as a 100% as possible. I know some people are like, oh, you shouldn't do that, but it's just like, screw it. This game's been out long enough. I might as well. I don't find any shame in using guides at all, especially with a game that's like 100 hours plus. You don't have time to you don't really be having time to replay games like that. But yeah. Although, unfortunately, for those guys who pulled it off, it looks like even that wasn't enough to stop the Gospels being able to influence it. I see. Shoot, I think I might be getting sick again. There's been a lot of crap going on at my job lately. It's just like when one person's out sick, they come back, and then another person is out sick. And I was sick, and I feel like I'm getting sick again. Yeah. Well, we still don't know what happened to the Oreo either. There seems to be many who think that the liberal art collapsing means that the Oreo itself is no more, too. Which is possible, I suppose. All we really know is that, judging by how shaken Weissman was, something unexpected happened. Beyond that, nothing. I fear Professor Weissman may be the only one who knows the truth about exactly what happened. Although, I don't have the finest idea where he could be now, or what he's doing there. What? But the report said quite clearly. No one in the church is sure what happened to him either. Yep, it's still being looked into. We all know what happened. Kevin killed him at the end of the game. He shot him with something that turned him into a into a statue of salt, I think, and he dissolved away. So yeah. Still, I think it's fairly safe to say that Weissman isn't involved in what's happening here. Yeah, because he's dead. If he were, I'm sure he'd be openly revealing I cannot read right now. I'm sure he'd be openly revealing every second of this. Reveling in every second of this. You all know what kind of guy he is. Well, that's true. He doesn't really have anything to gain by wearing a mask like that, I suppose. Yeah, Reese is looking at him like, bro, you know what you did. We got too many unanswered questions at this point. All we can do is keep looking for answers. The less we know, the more we have to be on our guard, though. So, we best be careful. Right, Reese? I suppose. Yep, we killed that man. So we have one bracer out of, like, what, 5? We're missing... No. 5? Are there 5 bracers in this game? 4 bracers? I can't remember. Where are we now? Something similar to the J corridor by the look of it. Kevin, over there. Hey, gold and silver roads. Oh, I remember this part. I think, yep, I remember what's about to happen now. We got 2 paths. And it just so happens we have just enough characters for 2 4-people parties. Anyway, a gold and silver gate. Well, this is foreboding. Again?
Oh. The ghost that we saw in Grand Cell. Visitors from afar. Bearers of the Grail emblem. Can you hear me?
No. Yeah, we can.
Before you stands the entrance to the twin corridors. Proceed through them both in sync, or never shall you reach the dark depths beyond. I entrust their operation to the monument before you. Step forth into the corridors, the power of the Grail with you, and move onward.
Cool.
But beware. Once you have stepped through the doors, the trials must be completed. Oh.
Well, that's one question answered. That voice that we've been hearing all this time was hers. Although now the next question is, who is she anyways?
Well, whoever she is, she gave us some valuable advice on how to proceed. Step forth into the corridors, the power of the Grail with you, and move onward.
And I say that we take her up on that advice. Moving in sync means that we've got to split up, though. Or more like reason I have to each take a door at the same time, while you guys tag along with whoever.
And that's how I took it too. If we don't do it the way that she said, I doubt we'll be able to advance.
Alright. They sure ain't making this easy on us, huh? Well, that means that we're gonna need to split us up into 2. So that you guys don't go in alone. Alright. It's still not the most ideal situation when there are only 4 of us and things are so dangerous. But it's what we have to do.
Why not ask the rest of the garden to help us? That way we can form 2 groups of 4. And that should hopefully be good enough for any challenges up ahead. But that voice said that Kevin and I needed to be the ones that stepped through the gates.
Sure, but that's all that was specified, that you and me needed to go through different ones. She didn't say anything about what these guys have to do. I cannot read today. What these guys have to do. Plus, there's no telling what's waiting for us on the other side. We could use their help.
Alright then, thank you.
Not a problem. So, what should we do? Should we call everyone right here away? Even if we did, I wouldn't blame them if they wanted some time to prep before heading out. Especially since, because I think I gotta redo Tita's stuff anyways. But yeah. Especially since I got a hunch that once we go through those gates, no one's coming back out. So instead of calling them here, let's just go back to them. Alright, then we'll all come here once we feel like we're up for the challenge. That should be easy. 3rd plane. The dungeon on this plane requires you to form 2 parties, with Kevin and Reese as their leaders in order to advance. Each of the characters you have at this point will need to be placed in one of these parties. Furthermore, after beginning the dungeon, you won't be able to return to the garden until it's complete. To begin exploring, expect the monument. Yep. Alrighty. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, so we have to talk. Yeah, so we have to talk to the monument. Okay, that's fine. Let's go. I need to go back to the base area anyways and redo everyone's stuff. So Alrighty. Okay, so let's go ahead and finally explore. See what happens. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Actually, no, I didn't mean to do that because I wanted to save beforehand. I am actually out of money now. Let's go ahead. Alright, so for Team Kevin, I am going to be bringing... Mueller as our tank. We are also bringing Josette as our healer. Yep, Josette support, healer, and then our last person we're going to bring is Tita, and Tita will be doing will be our AOE tank, or not AOE tank, but our AOE DPS. Hopefully, hopefully I'm doing good numbers. And with Reese, we're going to take Chloe as our healer. We are taking Julia as a flexible unit, I believe.
Understood.
I believe we're taking Julia as a flexible unit. And then, of course, Joshua on the dips. So I think we have a decent team here. Decent balanced teams at the very least. I would love it for Chloe to be a little bit stronger, but, you know, can't always have it your way, right? Well, I could. I just didn't feel like grinding her up 2 extra levels. Oh. Huh. It's reacting to us. Open up that golden path. Open up that silver path. Well, now that's all that's left is to head through the doors and see what awaits us. You ready to go, Reese?
I am. Kevin?
Huh? What's up? Ah, I get it. Gonna feel all lonely without me to cuddle up against.
Not a chance. It's nothing. Let's just get this over with.
Yes, ma'am. Nope, she just feels uneasy lying to everybody like he just did. Alright, time to make our way through this plane. See you guys on the other side. Till then, take care.
There's every chance that we might find ourselves face to face with another devil, too. So stay on guard and proceed cautiously.
Right. Alright, y'all. We answered 2 gates. Yeah, this one's going to be a long recording. Alright, which route do I wish to do first? Ooh, this is a tough one, guys. This is a tough one. Let's see what the recommended one is. We are going to do the golden road first. This is a weird team, I can tell you that, though. None of these people have any connection to each other whatsoever. Oh, here we go again. Alright, we didn't get a chance to do formation. I just realized I have all backliners here. So, yeah, let's see. These guys are weak to Mirage. Not Mirage. Space? Or is that time? I forgot what gold was. I definitely forgot what gold was. But oh boy can do some decent damage. And we have Tita. We love our smoke cannon. She can hit them all. And she has Petrify on her, too. So there's a chance they might get turned to stone. Oh, I forgot the blind. The blind is money. Oh, I got small. Oh, we're taking increased damage from that. We're definitely taking increased damage from that. Let's get him back up. And let's go ahead and give him a Tira. Crap. I don't think I can do anything. Oh, I froze somebody. Oh, yeah, I forgot I put freeze on him as well.
Prepare to meet your doom.
Alright, so these guys are free. We can take them out one at a time. Oh, you actually hit him. Zero damage.
That was the sword.
All right, we got him. No losses. That was easy. Beast flesh. Fish fillet. Just getting jumped out the blue like that. Whew. Well, that takes care of them. Just what were they? They weren't ordinary monsters, at least. They reminded me of the prank-loving gremlins that appear in folklore. Perhaps that's what they actually were. It's possible. First skeletons, then armored knights, then ghosts, and now gremlins. This place sure is all about the folklore.
Well, I sure wish it was the fun kind.
All right, can I actually save in here? I can save in here, so that's also that is a good thing. Even though I haven't done much, I am coming up towards like 50 minutes worth of recording at the moment. Let me see where I need to go, and I'll join you guys in a sec. Oh, well, we found a star door. Interesting. This is the star door. All right, bring me the man who talks with his fist. Only then shall the door open. Yep, we don't have him yet. We all know who that is. We only know one person that uses his fist to fight. Oh, Aeon Bow. What? What's this doing here?
What's wrong, Kevin?
Oh, no. I was just impressed on how nice this bow gun is. I'm gonna get some good use out of this baby. I wonder why he said that, though. I don't remember the reason why he would say something like that. Alrighty. This wasn't a long dungeon, just 2 floors. I probably skipped most of it, because it was mainly me just looking at items and getting new items and figuring them out. Huh, over there. Could that be the exit, perhaps? Sure looks like that way, or sure looks that way. Well, I hope everything's going well for Reese's group, too. There goes my hopes just for walking. Just for walking.
Looks like they're not going to let us reach it without a fight.
What?
Reese?
Oh, look at them eyes. Them eyes is dead. Girl got mirrors. Ah, dang it. Is she being mind controlled or something? She about to do mad damage. Yup. Alrighty. So let's see what we got going on here. We got Reese.
I hold in my hand the chalice of holiest of lights, act as our shield. Grand fear!
Prepare to meet your doom! Come on, everyone!
I'm throwing magic on the wrong one. I just realized what I'm doing. I think they reflect that. Yep. I am an idiot. Dang it.
I can handle this! Over here, Bobcat!
I don't think they wanted to smoke. He's done for, at the very least.
Hold still.
Well, that hurt. Second time is that. Oh, she did not. That did no damage. Okay. The heck is that? All right. Well, third phase was easy. We got it. Didn't have to use any items, and we made it. Any level ups? Kevin leveled up. So did Josette. Ah. Mueller was close to leveling. He was close. But we did it. Reviving ball. Ooh, got an evade 4. Was not expecting that. Oh. We got one of those spears. Let's go. Ceiling stone. I said spears. Ceiling stone. Well, looks like that's the end of the trial. Sure came as a surprise to find out that Reese was just a friend in this. Yeah, was just a fiend in disguise, though.
Yeah. I thought she was being mind controlled or something.
I known her for a long time, and if I was fooled, it's no surprise that you guys would be. Alright. The mirrors that were with it were so deadly too. I think it's safe to say that that whole battle was a trap set by set for us by our enemy. I cannot read today. That being the case, I'm concerned for how the other group is faring. We should hurry on ahead. Yeah, well, let's get ourselves over to that gate. Alrighty. Silver Road.
On guard, everyone.
All right, got some. I need to do some formation. Formationing. I forgot who my tank was. I think my tank was Reese.
Go. Stand down.
Huh? I didn't know it did that. That's not fair. This game's not fair. Man, I barely survived that. That's crazy. I barely survived that.
What were those? They made me think of the reapers that you might find in a fairy tale. I felt the same way. The devils that we've encountered couldn't be able to exist. But in a different sense, neither should those fiends. This definitely isn't going to be easy.
Alright, so I'm going to take a break right here and get back into recording a tad bit later. I'm probably going to give myself like 2 hours and then come back to it, hopefully. So, yeah. I've been finding myself not being able to play games longer than what I need to. I've been recording for about an hour and a half now, guys. So we'll get back into this recording later. But for you guys, it'll only be a quick second. For me, it's going to be a couple hours. So, yep. See you then. Alright, guys. So I said I was going to be back in a couple of hours. It's actually the very next day. I ended up laying down and I actually fell asleep. And, yeah, I laid down. I fell asleep. And by the time I woke up, it was like 11:30 at night. And I was like, crap, I got to be at work in like 2 hours. So, yeah. So we are back. Oh, crap. I forgot. Please don't hit me. Golly! I don't know what that man did to me, but we ain't fighting that. That's a definite negative. Look at them. They still... I wish I still had haze on me. All right. So what we got here?
Bring to me the darling of pure white radiance in proof of her scholarship. Only then shall the door open.
Scholarship. Who?
Bring to me the darling pure white radiance. The darling of pure white radiance in proof of her scholarship.
Who?
Well, it wouldn't have been Chloe. Pure white radiance. Who else is in this game? The only other females I can think of are... Yeah, the only other females are Estelle, Shara, and I believe Annalise, I think. I'm really trying to remember who else is in this game.
Obtain the Sylvan.
What? This seems familiar somehow.
Something wrong, Reese?
No, not at all. I thought I may have seen this weapon somewhere before, but it must have been in my imagination. It certainly seems like a capable one, though. So I think I'll use it all the same.
Alright, that's what I was looking for in the last area. I was like, wait a minute. I don't know if I'm adding all of this extra stuff to the fight, or to this part, or if I just skipped to the head. I don't know. Because there was a lot of non-talking and stuff. Let's go ahead. Oh, I got some more information for you guys about the story that I told you guys at the beginning of the thing, too. Some crazy... It's not crazy, but it's just like, ugh. It's like, news just keeps getting worse. But we'll get to that later.
Oh,
If I remember.
could that be the exit, perhaps? It certainly seems to be. I wonder if Kevin and his group are on the other side already.
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way out to get there. Or to see it through. I can't. Oh, it's Kevin! What? Yeah, she said it. What?
But Father Kevin?
That boy got dead eyes. There's 5 of them this time. Come on, G. Oh.
Kevin!
Alrighty. Give me a second. Golly. Golly.
Upon the golden wings of battle. Descending to that land to rescue wayward souls.
Ah, it wasn't clearly enough. Nowhere near enough. Should have did it on the... Are they getting healed?
For the sake of my master. Get ready.
Let's see if this kills anybody. I don't think so. Yeah. This is a hard fight, I'm not gonna lie. Apparently there's a bug on this fight in the Japanese. No one died. Oh, Kevin died. Well, he got deformed. Please destroy 2 of them. Hey, we got 3 of them. Nice. Whew.
Take it.
Alright, that's that one. Are you kidding me, game? This game hates me. This game hates me, y'all. I am 100% sure that this game hates me with a passion. 100% sure this game hates me. Alright, we have to finish old boy off now. Alright, we've done that. Now we can focus on killing this guy.
Take it down.
Alright.
You ready?
Understood. I am ready.
I missed, but whatever. I didn't even need to do that. That took way too long. We didn't get any we didn't get any oops. Oh, we didn't get any retries, but man, that fight was tough. At least Chloe leveled up. I think. Yeah, Chloe leveled up. So to Julia. Oh, Chloe's only missing. Oop. Yeah, Chloe's only missing 300. She would have leveled up to 106. That'd have been cool if she did, but she's pretty much caught up now with everybody. I don't know if Kevin leveled up to 108. I don't remember. Ooh, we got a mine 4 off of that one. Nice. So yeah, that was like a 30. That took about 36 minutes to do. Not the fight, but just from the start of the recording. Oh, from this part of the Silver Gate. We get Ceiling Stone. Oh, we didn't get anybody because I haven't looked at it yet.
Well, that seems to be an end of our trial, at least. Although I certainly wasn't expecting that to be a fiend that had perfectly disguised itself as Father Kevin. True, it wasn't. Oh.
Oh.
Reese? Are you alright? You weren't hurt, were you? I'm fine. I was just so relieved to find out that it wasn't really Kevin. And now that the fight is over, it seems clear to me that the battle was a trap set by our foes. Those bizarre cannon fiends are further evidence.
I've been drinking a lot of orange juice lately. I'm liking orange juice right now.
Let's hurry through the door. I'm quite concerned about the other group.
Yeah, you're right.
She must have been really worried about Kevin react like that.
I mean, wouldn't you if it was Estelle, buddy? Get it to the other side. Oh. Breeze.
Thank goodness.
Yep. You're the real deal, alright. Thank you, Adios. I was worried the heck about you, you know?
I could say the same to you. Still, it looks like those really must have been grimoires then.
Sure does.
Grimoires?
Is that the name of those fiends we encountered? Yeah, you got it. It's a type of fiend mentioned in the Testaments. Although, maybe fiend isn't the best word. They're said to be what souls eventually turn into after being thrown into Gehenna.
People's souls turn into those?
Well, that's not a very pleasant thought.
As I'm sure you know, the church teaches that the souls of sinners end up in the fiery depths of Gehenna.
Similar to our world, those are sinners, you know, end up going to hell. But as long as you have that relationship with God and accept that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, God in the living flesh, came down here and gave us that blood sacrifice so that all of us could be accepted into heaven. And we also recognize that he died, like I said, he died on that cross and rose again. You know, and you know that's the first step. And then you gotta live like how God wants us to live and all that too. But yeah, you don't live by God. Yeah, you don't live by God. You going to hell. Shouldn't laugh at that, but you get the idea. You get the idea. And they got the same things. They call hell Gehenna in this game, and it seems like they basically practice the same thing. Granted, Adios isn't real, but God sure is.
They are tormented by ceaseless flames, slowly losing their own sense of self over time. So finally, they're said to end up as nothing more than a chaotic lump of a spirit known as a grimoire. I'm getting goosebumps just picturing it. And that's what those shape-shifting creatures that we encountered were. Yes. The mirrors and cannons that appear with them all are all cursed items that have the same origin. How they did it, I do not know. But it seems our enemies have quite literally opened up the gates of Gehenna.
That's a quite fitting metaphor. It's been so long I don't remember the voice that we used for this guy. I know who it is. That sounds like that Max dude, right? If I'm remembering correctly. Oh, no, it's this guy. The guy that looks like Luve.
You again.
Well, look who decided to show their ugly mug. Did that lord of yours send you to come back to check up on us? That is one of the roles that I have been assigned. I'll bet not the only one. I'm impressed by how quickly that you've progressed, even if it was with a significant amount of Hermit's guidance. The Hermit?
Who's that? The ghost who was running... Yeah, the ghost that we keep running into? I can't think of anyone else. She's been helping us in various ways since we've arrived here, and yet we still have no idea who she is.
Indeed, I speak of her. She is the spirit that has been left behind in Phantasma, as well as the master of the Hollow Garden. Of course. Thanks to my lord taking most of her power, she can do little other than struggle as your guide. As usual, your cryptic nonsense just goes right over my head. But hey, if she's your enemy, that makes her our ally, right? I'll leave that for you to find out. Her position is hardly your concern at this time. I have a message for you from my lord. Your next destination is the Path of Beasts. Devour the new offspring presented to you and display... Devour the new offering presented to you and display your seal once more. Then shall the flames of Gehenna burn ever fiercer, and my kingdom draw closer to its true completion.
What?
Huh?
What is that supposed to mean?
My lord says that you may choose to intercept the message however you see fit. My task is simply to relay it to you. I can't do it.
Kevin?
Sorry, couldn't help but laugh. Tell me, what sad classes did you and that joke of a boss that you got to take to get the certifications in how to be a big bat? Sure, whatever. I don't know, that sentence seemed weird to me.
Like, no, you just suck at reading.
Yep, this is also true. Nice touch trying to confuse us by spewing that cryptic BS, though. Bet you thought we'd keep ourselves up all night trying to figure it out. I mean, the overblown theatrics make it a little bit too obvious that it's fake, don't you think? Well, you about done with this? If you are, how about you get lost? We got better things to do with our time than listen to nonsensical riddles from a guy who can't even bother to show his face. I see you're quite fond of the gift granted to you by my lord. Does it bring back memories? Gift?
Kevin? You think you can get away?
Fear not. We will encounter each other once again before long. I am, after all, Phantasma's foremost guardian. And with that, I bid you farewell. So, that's the Schwarzritter you mentioned. Yeah, he's the picture of his lord, right? Yeah, he's the picture of his lord. Right down to the taunting us as he leaves. Too bad for him it doesn't take a genius to work out where, they were both bluffing.
Your next destination is the Path of Beasts. Devour the new offering presented to you, and display your seal once more. Then shall the flames of Gehenna burn ever fiercer, and my kingdom draw closer to its true completion.
His words sound as though they have some specific meaning to me. But they could be taken in a number of ways at face value. We could try to unravel said meaning, but that may hinder our progress more than help in the long run. My thoughts exactly. Anyways, what's definitely not going to hinder us is going back to base and seeing who's the two sealed stones that we picked up. We activate that monument over there, we'll be able to come right back here and continue exploring later too.
Thank goodness it's right there, huh? I wonder who's going to be inside these.
Is that the end of this chapter, or do we got another one? Oh, nope, that's the end of chapter 3. So, guys, that was interesting. That was very interesting. So, yeah. This episode, I believe, is longer than most. Not longer than the first 2 episodes, I believe, but I got 2 40-minute, I got 2 40-minute videos that I have to cut up to make it into one thing. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Remember, guys, always seek the kingdom of heaven first. And, yeah, keep praying and continue that relationship with God. That being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.